Hi, welcome to Happier Ladies. We're sisters who discuss all things related to work, family, and personal growth.
We draw inspiration from everywhere, especially from you, our listeners, to keep moving forward with joy and laughter in the big adventure that is life.
1 week at a time.
I'm Azizi Williams. I live and work in the LA area. I'm a mom of 2, soon to be an empty nester, and I'm an education professional in the independent school world. I'm here with my sister, Malika Amandi.
That's me. I'm a SoCal native living in Western Massachusetts, a newish mom, and I work in higher ed.
In this episode, I share a self-acceptance hack, and then we discuss stories from our past. But first, Malika, I've been meaning to ask you about how your book is going that you bought to share notes with Norm.
Oh, yes. It's like a journal that we got. We don't really call it anything, but I will call it the Amandi Family Book of Notes.
Yeah, it's a placeholder name. I think you can do better.
You think we can do better?
Yes. You're really good at naming things.
So instead of giving each other birthday cards now or like Valentine's Day cards, anything, we just trade this book back and forth and we'll write a message in it. It's like, I don't know, there's might be 200 pages in there and there's a table of contents in the front. So we kind of pick a number that connects to whatever our message is or the birthday or something. And so you kind of have to flip to find the message for you. And it's been fun. It's kind of turned into this. I mean, there's not that many notes in it because we haven't had it quite a full year, right? And there aren't that many occasions. And we really are only pulling it out on the occasions. So I think it will last us quite a while. But it's fun. We did like an anniversary getaway. And we both wrote in it like within 24 hours. And both of our notes, it kind of turned out to be a little bit like a 5 senses entry, like cataloging what was going on and where we were and what we had eaten. And I think that'll be really fun to look back on.
That's so cool. So there's a particular journal that you purchased for this that already had a table of contents in it?
Yeah, some of them do. It's the Liechtenstein.
Oh, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes. Okay. I know what you're talking about. So is it the dotted or it's a lined journal?
It's a blank journal, actually, but the pages have numbers.
Ah, so you don't necessarily go in order.
No.
You can pick whichever page you want, so it can be random?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think for my 40th birthday, Norm picked page 40, you know?
I love this. Okay. I'm going to think about this. I'm really going to think about this. It's not necessarily Grayson's cup of tea, but he might be into it. He might be willing to participate. I think the girls would, when they're around. So
Yeah.
I like this idea.
I also always struggled with saving cards and like where to put
Right.
them. They're kind of just all over. And so now it's like, okay, sentimental messages are all in one place.
Yeah, and I think I would enjoy like watercoloring a page or using
Yes.
stickers, or you could make your own card in the book. Did you decorate the cover?
Nope, it's just a plain cover.
All right.
But there's pockets in it in the front and the back. And so like I've kept a napkin from the place where we went for our anniversary or
Oh,
there's like little things in the pockets.
that's very sweet. Well, can you send me a picture of the table of contents?
Yes. I'll have to consult with Norm, but I think that'll be okay.
Please. Yes, I don't want to reveal too much. I love this idea.
Now it's time for Happiness Obstacle, where we share circumstances that are getting in the way of our happiness. Azizi, you have a strategy that you want to share.
Yeah, so I've been watching a vlogger. Her name is Vera, and her channel is called Simple Happy Zen. And her content is minimalism and self-care and slow living. And I, struggle with overbuying. And
Really?
so I've been looking for, I don't know if I ever talked about this. Maybe you didn't know yet, but I could use some help thinking about minimalism and ways to be okay with less. So I stumbled upon her YouTube channel and have loved the content. And she shared a piece of wisdom on one of the episodes. And when I heard it, it instantly made me feel lighter. And I have just kept thinking about it.
Ooh, okay. What is it?
Here's the premise. It's okay to be the villain in someone else's story. And so basically what that means is that there will be times when you have a challenging interaction with someone. Maybe it's because you hold a boundary or you had to make a decision for yourself, and that other person will walk away or might walk away with the perspective that you were the villain in that interaction. And they may even tell people that you were the villain in that interaction. And that's okay. It's okay if you were being your authentic self. You did what you needed to do to take care of yourself. Obviously, you're not intentionally trying to harm people or, you're not setting out to, be evil. But sometimes just doing what you need to do for yourself means that it's going to be hard for someone else. And multiple things can be true. So
Yeah.
to just say it's okay to be the villain in someone else's story. For me anyway, it kind of made me feel a little lighter.
Wow. It's profound. I mean, I think it can be hard because it doesn't feel okay,
Right.
but it is okay. Like, again, as you said, nobody's physically harmed. Everybody's doing their best. And sometimes things just don't align, right? Where everybody can be the hero in each other's stories. And so we have to know that it's okay when it doesn't happen that way.
Right, because sometimes we make choices to try to make everyone else feel better. And
Yeah.
sometimes we want to be liked so much or we want to be liked by everyone that we will minimize our needs or not advocate for ourselves because we're so worried about being liked. But it's okay to be the villain sometimes if it means you're taking care of yourself. I don't know. It's just
Okay.
this is something that I definitely struggle with sometimes. And I'm in situations often at work where I have to make choices that are hard and land differently
Yeah.
for different people. And I know, oh, I'm the but it's okay. It's okay sometimes.
So I'm thinking of a very clear example in my life when I was definitely the villain in a
Mm,
situation.
mhm,
And this was like more in my actor days. A friend of mine kind of asked if I would be in her short film
mhm.
that she wrote. And she said that she wrote this role for me.
Wow.
Every actor wants to hear that. I wasn't the lead because it was her film for her. She was an actor
Okay,
too.
good.
But it was like a decent supporting role. But again, this is a short piece of media. And the only thing was, she's like, in order to be in this film, it's a very small cast. We're going to do a Kickstarter campaign and everybody has to be involved with the fundraising. And immediately I felt like, I don't know. Like I had a lot going on at that time. I was just starting up my own business. That wasn't something I was excited about.
Right.
And I was a little bit like, well, how involved is it really? And she kind of said, well, we're all going to have to do some things, but you can kind of do as much as you want. Or I think we were both not being totally honest with each other
Mm. Mhm.
because in my mind, I didn't want to do anything.
Uh-huh.
And in her mind, she wanted me to be as committed as she was. Like, she wanted all the actors to really be in. So,
Yeah.
we kinda moved forward with this understanding, but as we got into the project, it turned out to be quite a huge commitment. Like, we were having these weekly meetings about it. We were having to prepare all of this content to put out on social and, like, literally going through our entire contacts list
Mm.
and writing a message to everyone that was gonna go out on this specific day. So we were, like, meeting up in coffee shops to have work sessions just to work on this thing for, like, 2 hours at a time. It was really taking up a lot of space,
Yeah.
and I felt like I was in over my head. And then out of the blue, I got offered a role in a play in Wyoming, in a Shakespeare play, like a dream role,
Oh.
and I had an audition for it. It was really like it just came out, and I felt like, "Oh my gosh, this is my escape." Like, I can get out of this thing because I have this opportunity that nobody's gonna pass up this role, and it didn't conflict with the shoot dates,
Mm.
but it did overlap with, like, all these fundraising commitments.
Mm. Mhm.
And so, I knew I couldn't do both, and I didn't want to do both.
Right.
I wanted to give myself to this other project that I was more interested in, but it meant basically flaking,
Yeah.
backing out, and, like, she would have to recast or she would have to be okay with me not being involved with the fundraising at all. And so it was just, like, a super hard conversation
Yeah.
because at the end of it, she's like, "Well, you've already done all of this work. Don't you wanna, like, send this out to the people you've already drafted emails to?"
Mm.
And I thought like, "No, I can't. I don't wanna deal with responding to 400 people
Right.
over email
Yeah.
when I'm in the middle of this other thing, and it was a really crappy feeling. I knew I was the villain in her film journey
Mhm.
at that moment or that week. I'm sure other things came along,
Mm,
but I also knew that I wasn't doing it for myself.
yeah.
It wasn't in my best interest at all, and so I flaked.
And it's not so much you flaked because you told her. Like, I feel like flaking is like, I don't know, ghosting or not
Right.
being,
I didn't ghost her.
but you did say you didn't want to, you were overwhelmed, and you had this other project that legitimately came up and was an amazing opportunity. So that it does make sense to me, but I also understand why she might think you're the villain in that story. And I also
Exactly,
understand why you needed
exactly.
to do it,
Yeah,
right? That was the right decision for you in that moment. So those are the painful choices. And you could see why someone would not make it. I could see someone not going and saying, no, I can't do
right.
this thing because I already made the commitment and I don't want to be the villain in their story.
Right. I mean, I think there are other points earlier in my life where I didn't choose to be the villain, and so because of that, I really did hurt myself, or diminished
Yeah.
whatever could have been because I was really trying to people please or whatever. I was proud of myself, but it also didn't feel great. But it was okay.
Right.
We all went on, she made the film, she cast someone else, they met their fundraising
Yes.
goal. It was fine.
Good. It has a happy ending.
Yeah,
It's okay.
it's a good lesson.
Let us know if you've ever had to be the villain in someone else's story or how you feel about this particular piece of advice. We want to hear from you. Let's take a break. And when we get back, Malika and I are going to share some stories from our past.
Azizi, how's your dinner game these days?
Well, Malika, I used to struggle with what to cook for dinner.
You're cooking now?
Okay. Actually, my husband used to struggle with what to make for dinner. I mean, meal planning, grocery lists, yuck. But then we found Prep Dish. It's a weekly meal planning service that tells you exactly what to cook. And now they've partnered with Instacart, so your grocery list becomes a ready to go online cart.
Oh, what's in your cart, Azizi?
All of the Prep Dish ingredients, plus I can add energy drinks, chili crisp, lipstick, whatever, and check out in just a few clicks. Shopping online is so fun. The meals are family friendly, healthy, and super easy to prep. Dinner is easy to make, and now we look forward to new tasty meals.
Prep Dish is offering our listeners 2 weeks free. Just head to prepdish.com/happierladies to sign up. Again, that's prepdish.com/happierladies.
I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast gems.
Okay, we're back. This segment is called Perspectives, where we ponder some of life's conundrums and curiosities. So, in honor of Valentine's Day, which should be like around now when you're listening to this, it should be soon, Malika and I thought we could share a few dating horror stories. Sometimes the search for love sucks, but we have some good stories to share. So, Malika and I are each going to tell a story from our dating past. We're happily married now. How long have you been married, Malika? Not to put you on the spot.
Oh,
You know this is coming. I'm going to say 4 years.
4 years. I mean, that's
Yeah.
easy math. 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've been together longer, but married 4 years.
And I'm going on 3 years because I got married about a year after you. Well, that's easy math. Just think about how long you've been married and I one less.
So we're not that far from the dating. I mean, like, however much time has passed, it feels very fresh.
It does. Yeah, it does feel fresh. So, Malika, tell us a story.
All right. So this was a date, somebody that I met online, never had met before, and it was the kind of date where like we met at a restaurant, but we were just getting drinks, and then it's kind of like we'll decide if we want to get dinner. Let's see how it goes. So it was good. It wasn't amazing, but it was like, okay, we had a rapport, there's a conversation, it was fun. So we did have dinner, And it definitely felt like, okay, I would go out again with this person. We had some chemistry. There were some weird things that were said, but you never know. People are different. So, good, successful first date as far as I'm concerned. So, we leave the restaurant and my car was parked right in front. Kind of say goodbye at my car. And then it turns out that I locked my keys in my car.
Hmm.
So, I think if we had exited separate doors from the restaurant, or if it had ended differently, that would have just been the end of the date, and then I would have had another chapter of my life calling AAA. But because he had walked me to my car and then I couldn't get in, there was this thing, like, somehow we were in this together. It felt awkward leaving. And so I called AAA, and then there was an In-N-Out across the street. So we're like, "You wanna go to In-N-Out while we wait for AAA?" I was like, "Okay."
This sounds exciting. This sounds like a good date so far. Like,
Right? Like a little adventure.
also, he's like sticking with you while you wait. Very chivalrous. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a decent person.
right,
So we go across the street, we go to In-N-Out. I think we even got some fries or something, a shake. Have a part 2 of this date. And
right.
then we kinda see the AAA pulling up, so it's like, "Okay, it's time to go." We leave In-N-Out. It's a very big street, and we're in the middle of the block, very far from the crosswalks. So we kind of made the grown-up decision to just jaywalk.
And it's nighttime, right?
It was the evening time, yes.
Okay. Mhm.
So we cross to the middle divider and notice that there's a police officer coming towards us that sees us in the middle about to jaywalk again. And so there's nothing we can do. Either we go back or we go across. We're jaywalking. It is what it is. And so we run across the street to where my car is. And then my date, he just keeps running. And like there was this sense of adrenaline and adventure and like, oh my gosh, okay. Like, I got across the street and like, oh, we made it. The police officer didn't stop us. And I look around and he's just gone.
Did he say goodbye?
No, he did not say goodbye. And so it's like, oh, we weren't running from the police, we were running across the street, but it was this fun thing, and now here I am by myself and like, well, okay, I guess I'll deal with AAA, you know? So I kept thinking maybe he went around the corner, maybe he ran into the restaurant and had to use the restroom or something, and I'm checking my phone and nothing. That was
Wow.
the last time I saw that person.
Did they text you to say, "Hey,
No,
so sorry." They just ran out of your life.
ran out. Yep.
I love that story. So funny.
It was pretty funny. It was just like, wow, okay, I couldn't even be disappointed. Obviously, we weren't that attached. Like, I'd spent a couple hours with the person, but wow, he really didn't want to get a jaywalking ticket.
And that's not even a thing anymore now. It's not illegal to jaywalk anymore now. I know then it
I didn't
was.
know that.
Yeah, they've changed that law in California anyway.
I mean, for good reason. Sometimes you just have to cross.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't say that's like the worst date I've ever had, but it is pretty memorable.
because people don't usually leave dates by running away from the police and leaving you there and never ever coming back.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm
All
sorry.
right. What's your horror story?
Okay, so my horror story is a little, I don't have the details that you do
Okay.
because I don't remember those kinds of things. But this person, I believe it was our second or third date. So we had been out before, had a good time. He was funny. We went out again. And so this was maybe our second or third date. I believe we were at We Spa and just hanging out, eating food, the Korean barbecue spot. And I don't exactly remember how it came up. I remember it feeling kind of out of the blue, but he was like, I have to tell you something. And I was like, okay, what do you have to tell me? And he said, I've been abducted by aliens. And I said, what? And he's like, yeah, a few times.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't once, Malika. There were multiple times in his life where he was abducted. There was like a yellow light. He boarded a ship. He didn't have a lot of details. He was fuzzy. He's like, it was It's fuzzy, but it definitely happened. And yeah, I believe there are aliens out there, and I've had encounters with them. And I was stunned. I was stunned. This was the first time I've ever had someone tell me that. And also, you should know that the thought of aliens, it just freaks me out. Like,
Yeah.
I once took astronomy when I was in college, and I could not finish the course. After the first week, I dropped out because the vastness of the universe was too much to bear. Like, I just need to focus on here. I can't think about there. And so, him introducing this into our relationship was too much. It was too much. And so that was the end of it. But I will tell you, Malika, I think this was the third date because I think on the second date, I had dinner at his house, and this was the upside. He had received an Amazon delivery, or he had an open box, and he's like, "Hey, do you want that? I don't want it. It came. I don't really want to deal with the return." It was like a brand new crock pot. It was a beautiful crock pot. And I was like, "Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll take this off of your hands." And so I did get a beautiful crock pot from this relationship,
You
and
kept it?
I still use it. We've used it every Thanksgiving. It was like a Cuisinart crock pot.
Wow.
Why did he have a crock pot? He was a single man living alone. I mean, not to knock that.
Anyone can have a crock pot.
Anyone can have a crock pot. You're right. That was rude. Anyone can have a crock pot. But it was just funny that he had just gotten it. He didn't want to keep it. He didn't want to return it. He's like, "Hey, do you want this?" I was
So
like, "Sure."
funny.
Yeah, it was nice.
Wow.
It was successful for that reason, but we did not move on because of the aliens thing. I can't.
I gotta hand it to him. I mean, I think that was pretty brave of him to bring that up so early. And it's also important because
Okay. Yes.
I think probably from his perspective, he wants to make sure whoever he's with knows it's about him,
Yeah.
that it's something he can talk about or be open about. And like, it wasn't for you,
Right.
but good for him for putting it out there before you got really involved.
You're right. It's like disclosing a medical condition or,
Yeah.
yeah, some other aspect of yourself. You're right. I don't think that's why he was doing it at that point. I think it just kind of came up. But you're right. And it might be a litmus for you out there. If you're dating, you might want to ask
Yeah.
them if they have ever had encounters with aliens because you'd be surprised. Like, I asked somebody else this. I was telling the story and I asked someone else, like a colleague, "What do you think? Have you ever been abducted by aliens?" And they said yes. And I was like, "What? Wow. Okay." So it's a litmus test. It might be a thing you want to know about a person before moving on or not.
Do you think it's a deal breaker?
For me, yes, as for the reasons I told you.
Right.
But for someone else, I don't. It's like believing in ghosts. There's a whole industry and subculture around hunting for ghosts and people who believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
I don't, but no judgment for people who do. It's a deal breaker for me, but it's not.
Right.
And actually, I don't believing in ghosts may not be a deal breaker for me.
Right. It's not the same.
Right. They're different. Ghosts and aliens, right? Not the same thing. So, yeah, it's interesting.
Fascinating. Well, I'm grateful for that crock pot. We've had some good food from it.
It's got a lot of miles. It's
Yeah.
still kicking. Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Well, if you have a horror story that you just want to get off your chest, we'd love to hear it. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll talk about our peaks and valleys.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, "I'm casual but cool." Sparkly sneakers that say, "It's my classroom, you're just learning in it." And preppy polos that say, "I'm the teacher's pet," even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
We are back with peaks and valleys because in life, there are always peaks and valleys. This is an even episode, so Azizi, start us off with a peak.
So here's my peak, Malika. It's really interesting. It's another thing to put in your office. I'm always looking for ways to make my office space a tranquil, engaging, sensory rich place that I am happy in.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the They're like chandelier crystals. And they were given to me actually in a previous school. The kindergarten teacher did a whole unit on rainbows. And so
Mm.
they gifted each of their students a little chandelier crystal. It's like, I don't know, it fits in the palm of your hand.
Okay.
It's really beautiful, but it's just cut glass. It's very cheap. You can buy it on Amazon. If you put it in a window, when the sun comes, you're going to get rainbows
Yes.
on your walls. Right? Did you
Yes.
know this?
I see. Yes. This is how prisms work.
Yes, it's so magical. So I put a few in my window in my office, and now I have rainbows on the walls, and it's so delightful.
Aw.
It's fun to come in, and people come in for meetings, and you can kind of see rainbows in different places, and I can adjust them. Am I simple? I'm a very simple person.
It's sweet. It's a good delight. It's a nice thing.
I was talking with one of my colleagues. We were sitting down for a meeing, and I was like, "Look at the rainbows," and she's like, "It's the simple things, Zizi." And I was like, "That's all I have, really. All I have are the simple things. All those simple things add up to
That's
happiness."
true.
So get yourself some chandelier crystals if you want to have a little bit of fun in your office.
I like it. I like it. How do you hang them?
I don't. I just put them in a
Oh,
window
you just put them in the window.
You
Okay.
just drop them in the window. I mean, I happen to have a window that gets good sun,
Got it.
you know. Don't ask me the science behind it
Okay.
or why that window works, but I have a window seal. It gets good sun, so I can, yeah,
Nice.
instant rainbows.
Fun.
What about you? What's your valley, Malika?
So I've been having some issues with my right leg, just like tightness, like tight
Mm.
calf muscle, tight hamstring. And it really kind of bothers me at nighttime. But somebody recommended magnesium oil, which I got, and it works. It really helps at night. But the valley is that it's really sticky. And so, like,
Mm.
I'll spray it on my hands. First, I was just spraying it on my leg, and then there was this like, what's this sticky stuff all over the floor in the morning, you know?
Mm.
And then, like, okay, I could do it into my hand and then rub it on my legs. But then one leg is just sticky all the time. And
Ew.
I need it because it helps me, but it's also, I don't know I need to find if there's another form factor.
Yeah,
It's just weird now. This leg always feels a little sticky.
that is weird to have one leg that's just a little sticky. Stickiness is so annoying. If you have it on your hands, like you want to get rid of it
Yeah.
immediately. I can't imagine that.
It's more subtle. It's not like honey. It's not like tacky. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. There's a residue or there's something on it. And I think even on the bottle, it says you can wipe it off after 20 minutes.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't have that kind of time at bedtime.
Well, at
You
least
know,
you
like
do. You just started 20 minutes
I
earlier.
just need to go to bed.
Oh, okay.
If
Then I guess the stickiness is not that important. It's not more
it
important than
feels
sleep.
like such a hassle to wipe something off, and then it also feels like, well, then won't I be taking it away? I don't know.
Well, it's penetrated your skin, so there's got to be different ways of applying this.
Yeah, I need to do some research.
Have you tried arnica also?
Oh, I haven't. I know that's
There's a ton of
yeah,
ways of applying that. Like my favorite Dr. Bronner's Magic Balm
right,
has arnica in it.
right.
Yeah, try some other things.
Pretty small valley, but still there.
But it's like you fix one thing and then you have a different problem.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's annoying. That is annoying.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to the end. Azizi, let's leave on a happier thought. What are you going to try this week?
I'm going to think about the Amandi family notebook, but have a new name for it. I'm going to think about one for
Okay.
us. What about you, Malika?
I'm going to look at that Happy Zen YouTuber that you mentioned.
Yeah, simple, happy Zen.
I like that. All right. Thank you for listening to this episode. You can find our show notes in the episode description. If you like us, please rate, review, and tell a friend. And don't forget to follow us.
Send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com. Also, we have merch. Check out the link in our show notes.
Our show was edited by Magnus Bjorgum, and our theme music was created by Wyatt Muncie.
You can find us on Instagram at happierladies and on the web at happierladies.com. All right, Malika, have a happier week.
Have a happier week, Azizi. Bye.
Bye.
I think I'm going to get the I believe I can win sweatshirt
Okay,
from our store.
nice.
I just need it.
Get it. I might get some stuff. I want to reorder some stickers because I lost the other one.
But not this month.
Okay, yeah. Nope. I can't get it this month. Oh. So sad.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.